That's the only part of the song I know.
That's the only song.
That's the only part of the song I know. I got you, babe. That's
Dun,
it.
dun, dun, dun. You can't even do that. I got you, babe.
See, you got this.
I don't know the words either. Does anybody know the words to that song?
Oh.
Why is that the only thing we remember from a hit song like that? I feel like that's not just a one-hit wonder band, right? Is that
I
is
have
that
no idea.
is that somebody important like
No clue.
James Brown? Who sings that?
It's a woman.
No, it's not. What's her name?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I thought it was a woman. The version I heard was.
The only woman singer that matters is Taylor Swift.
Taylor, oh my god. We can't come for Taylor on our first podcast.
Why?
Because we want an audience that loves
I don't care.
Taylor.
Who?
The age group that loves Taylor.
We're going after teenage girls?
Yeah!
Canceled. We're canceled for that.
We aren't, because they share way more than just normal people.
Say what?
They share your
Share?
content.
Oh, you have to follow up after you say share.
I cannot believe we started our first podcast coming after Taylor Swift. I mean, does she deserve it? Yeah, but still.
Why does she deserve it?
I would rather keep that out of Ghostbillies.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Boys and girls, teenage girls of all ages. Welcome to the Ghostbillies podcast. Your host, the talented, the beautiful Andrea Armstrong. And then there's me.
Jeremiah Billington.
Hit the mic. I love when you hit the mic. Hit the
Right.
mic. Hit the
Hit
mic.
that mic. Hit that mic.
Oh yeah. Don't cry. No. I swear there's another song that starts out, oh yeah. I swear there is. I feel like it's in the movie Uncle Buck. I don't know why. Anyway. So,
We started a podcast.
We did. I think it was just an excuse for us to be silly, but then it took a way different turn. So,
Well, I mean,
as Ghostbillies usually does.
leave well and good enough alone. Is that how you say that?
Sure. I think.
Leave
Good well enough alone.
good well
Leave
enough.
well good. I don't know. Now you've got me questioning life.
Well, I say question everything.
Leave it good and well enough alone.
You know what? Don't be afraid to question Taylor Swift.
Why are we back on Taylor Swift?
Anyway, people want to know, what is Ghostbillies?
Mm-hmm.
You know? And you know what? Before people even knew what Ghostbillies was, they were asking, why don't you do a podcast?
Why does everybody wants to see a podcast?
Yeah, well, it's like, you can't go ghost hunting unless you sell some merch.
Yeah, you can.
You can't have 10,000 followers on TikTok unless you got something to sell. Give me one of those little microphones. Test it for me. I want to see how good it sounds before I buy it.
It doesn't sound great. We tried, remember?
Yeah. That was more frustrating than filming in the heat. Because we were filming in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
And those little freaking microphones I mean, where was mine? Like here?
Yeah.
And you couldn't even hear me, but you could hear the entire city at the carnival. I was like, why can't you hear me?
And mine was like in my hair, like behind my head or something. You could hear me perfect. I was like, why?
Probably because it was muffled by your hair, and I didn't have anything. Mine was just exposed to the elements. Anyhow, Ghostbillies is a paranormal comedy sketch
Mm-hmm.
show, I guess. But it's like a little mini series. It's adorable.
We do what we want.
Except eat when we should, when we're supposed to. I like being hungry and on caffeine though. Makes me feel kind of wild. like a
Sober life.
yeah, like a sober rabid animal. Anyhow, yeah, so we got a little comedy sketch show going on. There's some improv, there's some script, but mostly it just starts with some vague ideas that kind of get bebopped around, tossed back and forth, and kind of molded into like a definitive theme or topic.
Yeah.
And a spoof on something, whether it be vampire, zombie, witch, ghost.
And somehow, in the midst of all of that, we filmed a trailer. And then the trailer turned into a whole entire storyline.
Well, I just wanted to. It started as a bit. I just wanted to do like a haunted toilet paper roll.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal. This guy sitting on the can, his toilet paper moves, and that was that. But then we were like, well, if we're going to have a bunch of bits and we're going to have like a whole season of bits, why not do a trailer for the season? And then we were like, wait, what are we doing? Is this a show? Is this like a story?
And then somehow we were just trying to be kind of cool and hillbilly and kind of tie the hillbilly part into it and filmed.
First of all, I don't know if you can say that. If you can't say gypsy anymore, I don't think you can say hillbilly.
We literally have hillbilly days.
That's true.
So, we ended up filming the part in the trailer that was Ghostbilly and the Guide, and then that turned into a whole.
Stop saying episodes.
It's already out. It came out already.
What came out?
The first episode.
Ghostbilly and the Guide did not.
But that's not really. That's like what we are.
Okay. Well, technically, I posted something on TikTok about Ghostbilly and the Guide. It was like a prelude to
yeah.
episode 2.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
And
nobody cares.
Hopefully, everybody's already seen episode 1, so they know what we're talking about.
And if you haven't seen it, you were probably at a Taylor Swift concert.
Oh my gosh, what is it with you and Taylor Swift?
Oh, it's me. The problem is me.
Because I can do it with the broken heart.
Is that a Taylor Swift song?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, well, the only one I know is where she actually says something wise and self-aware. I mean, if you acknowledge you're the problem, that's the first step, is admitting that you have a problem and that you are the problem.
Yeah, but then you gotta take the second step.
I mean, really, you're going to tell us who to vote for when...
Quit! We can't.
Okay, anyway, so we had all these sketches, these comedy sketches, and we were like, what are we doing? What are we doing? No, let's put it all together and make a trailer. So we made a trailer. And then we started making actual episodes that have themes and storylines, and not just that. They weren't separated. They were interweaving. Is that how you say that word?
Intertwined?
That's a better word, but I was thinking like interweave. Is that interwoven?
woven. They were woven together by storyline.
That doesn't sound right. They were woven together. They were intertwined. But yeah, it became like a whole, like, I don't want to give too much away, but
It became a whole thing that we never even.
a whole new world.
See, you're the singer. But
Well, I try to get you to sing something, and like, you picked a song that you only knew like 3 words to. You could
hey,
have.
that's the only 3 words you knew to.
This is your like debut, of
Hmm.
your full expression. You can fully be yourself here. Everyone wants to see what Andrew is capable of, other than just making me look bad on camera.
Hey, you do a pretty good job of that yourself. You like tell me to make you look bad.
Well, yeah, it goes along with the characters,
Exactly.
because
And it's fun.
even in the underworld, you're still making me look bad and telling me where to go and what to do.
I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Even
I'm
in-
having a blast.
Even in real life, you kind of got to be like, hey, what are you doing? Don't do that.
Like when you try to talk about Taylor Swift and politics.
Like when I ask if that is beautiful, why is everybody on Ozempic? Let's not go there either.
No, let's not.
Podcast is about having conversations. We got to be willing to have uncomfortable conversations.
That's only for in relationships.
Is this not a relationship? I'm tired of relationships just being confined by like romanticism. Everything is related. All right, let's stick to the cards. All right, on tonight's episode, ladies and gentlemen,
You're not Conan O'Brien.
we've got a good show for you. Special guests. We don't have a guest. We don't even have ads. Nobody even knows we're here. We're not in the algorithm.
Algorithm.
Is that a commercial?
It is now.
Can you imagine? I mean, they made a whole song about getting the COVID shot. Can you imagine if they were like, algorithm?
I'd be mad. I'd be like, you stole that.
What's your algorithm? Remember when people on MySpace were like, I like this, this, this. These are my dislikes. These are my hates. This is what I love.
And you only had to pick 7 friends. Yes, it was great.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
That was the beginning of the algorithm.
Algorithm.
You heard it here, folks. Here first.
When it gets ripped off, you know where it came from.
All right. So we've explained Ghostbillies, sort of, kind of.
Ghostbillies is not explainable, and I think that's why we have so many people ask, because there's not a whole lot we can really tell you without giving everything away. It's one of those things where you're just gonna have to watch it and trust us that it's good.
I don't agree with that last part. Trust us that it's good.
It is good.
It doesn't have to be good.
It's good.
Good is subjective.
It's good content.
Some people think splatter art is good art.
And ghost hunting. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so covered what Ghostbillies is, storyline. I don't know. Do you think people are interested in the origin of how all this started, or
Probably. I mean, I was. Once you finally told me.
how many months has it been, and you're still like harboring this bitter
Animosity.
resentment? Is it animosity? You want to come across this table right now?
Hey, you needed somebody to volunteer to drop kick you. I'm just being here for you.
It was one of the first vague ideas. I just wanted to get plungered in the face and drop kicked because I like a little bit of self-degradation.
And Jackass.
Yeah, Jackass mixed with paranormal. Who wouldn't want to see that?
I'd want to see that.
But it didn't work out because there's something here in the Mountain Dew that prohibits people from coming out of their houses, their trailers, and actually doing something fun.
We stay away from that stuff.
Stay away from what?
The Mountain Dew.
Oh, yeah, because we on Alani New.
Witch's Brew.
Oh, my God.
And I could drink one of these every day of my life.
You almost did drink one of those every day of your life. What are you gonna do when they stop selling them?
Well, they're seasonal, so I figured I could just go buy a bunch of cases. You know, just spend a whole paycheck on cases of Alani.
That's a lot of Alani.
Well, you know, when you're an addict,
Are you gonna share? I'll go and have these.
what don't I share? I mean, mi casa su casa. If everybody's on caffeine, the whole world is great, like America. Make America great again.
Okay, so we got but there's something in the Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I mean, when I pitch the idea to people,
I was like, hey guys, I got this idea.
Why does it sound so hot?
What? Oh my God, I am hot. Look, everything's sticking to me. That's what she said.
I almost did
no.
it! You told me I wasn't allowed to do that's what she said jokes.
I can't even understand what you're saying. You sound like you have an Adam's apple and a mini skirt on with one of those
Whoa.
plastic purses
Why
from...
is this episode so controversial already?
Because I'm trying to be the first podcast canceled on the very first episode. Anyway, I was trying to think of the movie. I was trying to put your voice character in. You messed me up. You threw me off.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
The Will Ferrell and the... What's that?
Oh, Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
That's what you sound like.
But what I said was, you told me this was going to be a family-friendly podcast and that I should not do that's what she said jokes.
Well, I feel
I
like...
think you did that just so you could be the first one to slip it in there. That's what she
Slip
said.
Oh! No, but I feel like if a kid doesn't know that's what she said, then hey,
I mean, they watch The Office.
do they?
Most teenagers, unfortunately, yes, they have watched The Office.
Listen, if you're a teenager watching The Office and going to Taylor Swift concerts,
You get home from a long day's work and you tired, but you still want to go something. First off, you guys get you something to eat and stop by Nighttime Pizza and Grill. Not man, Pizza and Grill. Did you get a shot of sun? Well, as long as they can see it. Anyway, you take a shot of this right here. This energizes me, Billy. It'll keep your ass out the creek.
The what?
You know, the stream, brook, midget river.
The creek? And don't be offending them little people. They got their own wrestling show and everything.
You're ruining the commercial. Anyway, you take a shot of this right here. It's called Energize Me Belly. It'll keep your ass out of the creek.
Anyway,
Yep.
wasn't funny.
People
Joke
involved.
bombed.
Bomb, bomb, bomb.
My jokes bomb sometimes, guys.
People involved.
Guys, moving on to our next segment. People involved. So, if you're not having fun at this portion of the podcast, well, do we have something in store for you? This segment is called People Involved because we want you to be involved. We want you to give us suggestions of things you'd want to see on the podcast. What, you got something you want to say? Take it away.
That's not what people involved means on here.
Oh, yeah, shit. What does it mean? I thought that's what it meant when I wrote it. Oh, audience, that's the next one. Stop hitting the mic. Anyway,
Take it away. No, really, people involved, because you keep starting it and you don't finish it.
so people involved meant, yeah, I couldn't get people involved because, I don't know, they would agree to it and they were like, yeah, it sounds hilarious, let's do it. I was like, all right, let's meet up, because I'm like that and I call people's bluff. You agree to something, I expect you to follow through. Is that wrong? Am I wrong?
No.
So, yeah, like I said, there's something in the Mountain Dew. It's gotta be.
I don't drink Mountain Dew.
Well, I mean, you showed up. You were the only one. I asked like 7 guys, like, hey, do you want to do this? They were like, yeah, sure, man. It sounds great. Huh? It's hilarious, dude. I'd love to. And nobody showed up. And I guess I was complaining to you about it. And you were like, well, you haven't asked me, but like, I don't know if you want a girl or not, but I'll do it. I was like, really? I just didn't think it wasn't anything sex. Well, I mean, it kind of was, but not in a bad way. I just thought you didn't want to be around a bunch of guys.
I didn't care.
Well,
It was
I
fun.
mean, I think the number one threat to women on planet Earth is a guy. Is
I
it not?
I think that is probably a made up statistic.
What is it?
What do you mean?
Like statistically, what's the most fatal encounter women get themselves in?
I don't know.
It's not a bear in the woods.
Obesity, heart disease.
Let's Google it.
I don't have nothing to Google. You're literally the one on the computer.
I can't do all that. I'm manning these shots, I gotta get the shots. Shot.
No, you need the other one for that.
What? What other one? That one?
Yep.
Why is that a shot song?
It's more of a shot song than the other one.
Anyway,
Yeah. We keep getting off topic.
stick to the cards.
Why we have them.
So, yeah,
So that's how it ended up just being us two.
just us.
Which we did have we've had some friends help us along the way. We've had some people kind of come in and be parts of little things, but we haven't had anybody that can consistently, fully devote to just every time showing up. And honestly, it's been fine. It's worked out great in the end.
Just the end.
Do you want it to be?
This is the end.
The end.
What is that?
I don't know. I just
Sounded
made
like
it
a church song. I was thinking The Doors. You went left
up.
field.
I just made something up. No, I don't want it to be the end. But after all that said and done, it's kind of worked out for the best. That
Are you getting emotional?
no.
No, but we have had a few really cool people step up to the plate, not be camera shy, put down the Mountain Dew, take their butt outside. They met up when they said they'd meet up. And, we did a little bit of improv. We wrote a few scripts.
Explored a few grave sites.
Some abandoned places.
Yeah. We're having a blast out here, y'all.
Still haven't seen a ghost.
Not a one.
But
Well,
how
I
many
mean-
times did people tell us, y'all get involved with that stuff? You go looking for it, you gonna find it.
I mean, there is an episode that I don't want to ruin that kind of almost had me leaving. Just saying. I'm not going to ruin it. You guys got to watch. But it was the creepiest thing I've ever encountered.
Same. I want to go back.
Me too. Only us can be like, we don't believe in ghosts and that was really creepy. Let's go back.
I mean, like, I just want to know. I gotta know. Because logically, I'm thinking it's something explainable. It's not paranormal.
Right.
But I mean, if it is paranormal, show me.
Please. I'd love to be the first person to actually ever get any kind of evidence on film.
Yeah,
What do you guys think? Should we go back?
They don't even know what you're talking about.
If they know that we don't believe in ghosts and that we got creeped out and that we are considering going back, but it's scary for us to go back, that's all the information they need to decide whether we should go back or not.
It's not scary for me to go back. I'll go back. I'll walk straight up in there, and I was like, "What's making that noise?" And I didn't see anything.
Until you edited.
Well,
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I know. We've rationalized the crap out of it. I know. I have too. But I'm just saying.
I debunked
Y'all
it.
gotta watch. Y'all gotta watch. Y'all gotta watch.
Yeah, but I debunked that. What you're talking about? What showed up? I think it was us.
Okay.
I think it was explainable.
But, I mean, the audience can... That's what we want. We want the audience to tell us where they
Sure.
want to go.
Yeah.
And
Speaking of which, our next segment, audience, and folks, we got a great show for you tonight. We love our audience, all three of you, but we want you to be involved. This is kind of related to people involved, but talking about you. That's right. I mean, we control our little comedy sketch episodes, but when it comes to this, you actually have some say. I mean, you want to watch a long formatted Ghostbillies episode, and you should have a little bit of say of what you want to see. So, give us some suggestions. What topics?
ask us questions.
Yeah. Comment. Tell me how goofy I am.
Just please don't tell us that we need more ghost hunting equipment. Not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm good with my iPhone. That's all we film on. Just one iPhone 15.
We don't need EMPs.
What?
We don't... or whatever they're called. EVPs. I don't even know what they're called, y'all. That's how bad this is. We don't need none of that. We don't need the spirit boxes. We don't need none of it.
You tried to convince me to buy a drone the other day.
You said it was cool, and I was like, if you like it, buy it.
It is cool, but not for Ghostbillies.
Well, I didn't mean you had to buy it for Ghostbillies. I just meant if you wanted it, you buy it.
Yeah, because, I don't know. There's some things I want to see. Like, I actually would use it for one thing, and one thing only. I want to get a helicopter shot.
You are dying to get this helicopter shot.
I want to get a helicopter shot landing on a helipad. Is that what they're called?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I just feel so awkward about going up to the security and being like, hey, is there any way you could tell me the schedule of the helicopter landings? That's not a breach of security, is it? If some common citizen knows when the helicopters are coming and going.
Probably.
I just want to film them.
Or patient confidentiality if you try to get the hospital helicopters. The medivacs, yeah.
Yeah. That would be the only shot I would want to use a drone on.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's only because it'd be about the only shot that, or the only way you would get that shot.
Yeah. Because no one else is allowed, no one else has clearance to be on the roof. So.
Nope.
Anyway, audience, back to you. We get off topic a lot. We kind of.
Sorry, y'all.
We're ADHD.
And caffeinated.
And caffeinated. But,
you should try to watch us film.
Yeah. We're a hoot. But no, we want you to have some input on what we talk about. We're going to have guests.
Mm-hmm.
and let us know what you want us to ask them. Aside from, like, do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever seen a ghost? Have you ever at some point in your life believed in Bigfoot? Do you believe in aliens? Like,
The same old, same old.
yeah.
And we have games.
We do have games. We have murder mystery. So we could play a game as we talk. We've got Would You Rather. We've got The Goonies, which I thought was cool.
Didn't we go and buy a new game the other day?
Yeah, we did. It weighs like 30 pounds. It's oh god, I almost dropped it.
Gloomhaven.
Gloomhaven, and it comes with all the stuff, which I'm excited to open. And it's kind of like a World of War, no,
D&D?
Dungeons
Like
and
a
Dragons.
D&D kind of thing?
Yeah. So I'm excited about this. Comic book inside.
Jaws of the Lion.
What? Where do you see that at?
It's on the top.
Oh, shit. So yeah, we got some other games,
Mm-hmm.
and of course we're gonna ask them, the typical things like, have you ever had a paranormal experience? Have you ever tried to start a YouTube channel? Have you ever tried to manage a social media profile? So I got to tell you, starting out, like trying to build up a
following.
following.
And it's not like we're trying to get a bunch of people to watch so we can get monetized, or it's not like we're trying to sell them a bunch of stuff. Like, we just want to entertain people, and they won't be entertained. They refuse.
I don't know what you guys want to see. We don't know. And we don't know how to, like, I don't want to trick you people into watching. I don't want to trick you people into following. Follow, like, and subscribe. Like,
Comment.
I'm not interested in selling anything. I honestly want to make the best content I possibly can. Show it for free.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, if you comment on our TikTok, our YouTube, anything, and you're funny, if you make me laugh, and if you have a funny screen name or a unique screen name, if you have a cool page, anything that piques our interest, we're going to give you something.
Ooh.
I don't have that on the board.
Ooh.
Do I? No. Anyway, so you'll get, maybe a custom hat, maybe like a squishy eyeball or a squishy brain. You may get a board game. You may get a T-shirt.
Or a keychain.
Yeah, or a keychain, or some earrings, or a cool light, or a skull if you like skulls. Possibilities are endless. Endless. So, yeah, that segment was called Direct the Pod.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're in control of what kind of podcast you want this to be. Because so far, it's a bloody mess, isn't it?
It's a funny bloody mess.
Funny bloody mess,
A
isn't
funny
it?
bloody mess.
So, yeah, I mean, ow.
And it honestly, it's not been super expensive for us to do this.
Gosh, no. I mean, just using my iPhone and then editing it on the free version of CapCut for how many months until you convince me to actually buy it.
And we really only bought it for one feature.
They have pro features, and I was like, God, man, that's so cool. I really want to use that. And you were like, just buy it. So you're not that annoying. I just, wanted to emphasize you were like, so
My
fed up.
persistence.
Yeah, you were so fed up with me just being like,
It's constant. It was constant. It was like, oh, I want to use that, but it's pro. Oh, I want to use that, but it's pro.
see, it's so much better when you make fun of me. When I make fun of you, I just look like an asshole.
No, you don't. I think you're funny.
I know, but you're biased. Somebody did tell me that I have comedic chops. You remember that?
Well, we all know this. You're
Yeah,
like
but, I
literally
mean,
the funniest person I know.
see, I'll take that compliment. Any other compliment, I'm like, let's move on. But yeah. You got I wanna hear your paranormal story.
Which one?
What do you mean which one? The one that cracked me up when you were talking about your tradition in the household.
What tradition?
What do you mean, what tradition? Listen, this woman told me when she grew up, she felt like her house was haunted because they, as kids, her and her siblings, they would be walking down their hallway and they would get to the bathroom and feel like some woman was haunting the bathroom. So they would just start taking off running halfway down the hallway.
Okay, everybody's experienced that. Everybody's experienced that feeling where you're walking along, you're like in a hallway or, a closed space, and you just get this feeling like you're suddenly not alone anymore and you need to run. It happens. And the woman died in the bathtub, okay?
I'm the type of person where if I feel like I'm not alone, I'll investigate. I'm looking around. I'm like, where could someone be? Is there a camera?
Well, we knew where she was at. She was in the bathroom. That's why we ran past the bathroom.
What did you do when you had to pee?
We went in the bathroom, but she wasn't in there when we went in there, only when we tried to walk by.
So when you were... Let me get this straight. When you went to the bathroom to take a shower, to pee, to poo-poo...
It was fine.
Did you know the poop emoji is against... Listen. Did you know the poop emoji is against... It's like a violation of terms and policy on TikTok. Figure
Did
that
somebody
one out.
copyright the poop emoji?
I don't know if it's copyright or if it's just like offensive.
Probably both.
But someone commented on our TikTok and I replied with a poop emoji. And I got a notification that said, you can't do that. And they removed my poop emoji.
That sounds like a bunch of poop emoji.
Yeah, right?
What a load of poop emoji.
No, but the meme was literally a skeleton sitting on the toilet waiting for Ghostbillies.
I know.
And they just laughed, and I did a little smiling poop emoji, and they took it away.
Womp womp. Why? Come on, TikTok, do better.
I don't want to piss off TikTok.
We love you, TikTok.
Taylor Swift. Imagine if Taylor Swift was actually in a rabbit hole on YouTube and she saw this and she was like, why do they hate me so much?
What if she commented?
I'm the problem. It's me.
But I mean...
Yes, so we would run past the bathroom. We would go in the bathroom just fine. But if we had to walk past the bathroom, she was going to get us. Did it make sense? No. Did we do it? Yeah.
But I feel like you would have felt it if you were in the shower.
You would
'Cause
think.
That's where she died.
You would think.
And if you're sitting there on the can, because you sit on the can for 1 and 2. Girls
girl.
have a vagina, boys have a penis.
It's not a tumor.
No one's going to get that reference. Hey, but if you do, we'll send you something. But no, for real, I envision you guys just getting halfway down the hallway and just sprinting.
We did into the bedroom.
It makes me so happy.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Because your parents were probably like, what is up with
No,
our
my mom
kids?"
did it too. She was like, oh, there's something creepy in there.
Your mom started. Your whole family
No,
got
she
to the
wouldn't.
bathroom.
She wouldn't like run. She would just like pick her step up a little bit as she went by the door. Yeah, exactly. It was the weirdest thing. It was probably just really like the natural gas, that cool heater we had in there. It was probably just like.
Wait, did you actually feel like a cold gust of wind when you walked by the bathroom?
No.
Oh. So all of you, and I feel like all of you in your heads, you were like, she died in the bathtub.
And the thing is, we don't even know for a fact she died in the bathtub. We convinced ourselves she died in the bathtub.
See, this is why.
I was also like 7, so there's that.
Yeah, but this is why the whole thing of like ghosts is still up for debate. Like honestly, if there were ghosts, we'd know by now. With all the technology we have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's been some close people in my life tell me their ghost story, and I'm just like, cool story, bro.
Yep.
I don't know what it is. I just can't believe them. I just don't.
I don't know. I mean, I always did like silly things when I was younger, but now as an adult, they just seem silly. Like the whole thing with the cards and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you told me you did this thing with cards. You would have a regular deck of playing cards.
Mhm. And we'd light a candle.
You'd light a candle and you'd just put down random cards,
And we would summon. Because
that's how you summoned.
Yeah,
You all did this.
we would summon.
So you're just running halfway down the hallway
No, this was
at the bathroom,
different
and then
thing.
you go into a room and you're just like,
This was a different time.
what a
This
family.
was a few years later, and it wasn't my whole family. It was me and one of my friends that you know. And we would just sit there. We would light a little candle. We would summon whatever it was that we were summoning. And then we would ask yes or no questions, and we would assign them ahead of time. Like, yes was red, no was black. And so we would ask questions, and then if they were stupid questions, it'd be like, are you dead? Yes or no? Well, either one of those answers is creepy. If it's yes, well, then they're a ghost. If they're no, how are they talking to us? And so we would just ask random stupid questions like that. It was funny.
I mean, that still exists today. In literally every ghost video and show that you watch, they're like, okay, talking to this little thing right here, okay, if you're with us.
Darn, so like we could have copywrote that. Like we were 12.
I mean, my dad joked about selling water. He could be a billionaire by now. Him and his brother like biked around and did like a little newspaper route, and they would laugh and be like, "Can you imagine if people bought water? You know, that was like funny to them back then, and now it's like
Things that we come up with as kids just become reality.
we know kids are the best inventors.
They are, because their minds are more open.
Yeah, and statistically, a man is a woman's biggest threat. All facts here on the Ghostbilly podcast.
Ghostbilly podcast, all facts.
These are all unresearched, unchecked facts.
Facts and statistics.
Unchecked fackers.
But no, we've done a lot of, but we do a lot of it on our
Fact-checkers.
fact check. Don't get the fact checkers involved. They
Unchecked
don't know how to
fackers.
check facts at all. But we do a lot of the stuff on our own. Just like we did when we were kids. We would make up our own games, and now we make up our own
Yeah,
stories.
people make up their own stuff now. Like I was saying, they're like, yes for blue. Can you make this light up green here? And then it'll just start going off. You
Unless
know.
somebody's standing off camera with a remote.
Well, not only that, it's like these things are electromagnetic.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you're standing there, you're moving. If you fart, it's going to go off.
Yeah. I think it's funny how they always have their phone in their pocket, and they walk by it with their phone in their pocket, and it does something. I'm like, oh, it picked up your phone.
I love the app that you can download.
I know, like, so what made cell phones so paranormally in tuned that they could just talk to ghosts? Cell phones are just, did they build the channel into them that allowed you to speak to ghosts? Like, how does this app even work?
Can you imagine? Like, let's say you die. You come back.
I will totally come back to haunt you. Just like. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, so you die.
Mhm.
You're still here. But you have the superpower of invisibility.
I
And
know.
you can still move inanimate objects.
Like, how does dying make you Superman?
You can still see. You can walk through walls. You can fly. You can still talk somehow, even though you don't have vocal cords.
You can walk and not fall through the floor, but walk through walls. Never
And you
understood that
can
one.
become a little genie and get into a phone, and you're like, itty bitty living space. And you're like, hello.
That was not a ghost.
I said genie.
What? How does you dying and becoming a ghost turn you into a genie?
I'm just saying, like, you inhabit this little electromagnetic thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're just energy.
I've never understood the walking thing. That's one of the things that never has made sense to me.
The what thing?
Walking. So
Walking?
if ghosts can walk through walls, how do they walk on the floor?
Wait, what?
If they can go through walls, they can pass through walls.
Oh, you mean why does gravity still apply to them?
Yeah, like how? Well, the whole thing of like, why does it apply? If they go through the wall, why are they not going through the floor? Like, are their shoes magical? Like they
Well,
had
technically, in the movie Mother, have you seen that?
no.
What's up?
Or do they just hover and they don't actually touch the floor?
No, they're always walking, actually. Well, sometimes, people say they see, like, half of an apparition. Like, it's just a torso. Or just from the waist
Did they
up.
get cut in half? Like, gross. Anyway, Mother.
Yeah, so in the movie Mother...
I am your mother. You listen to me. I'm sorry. I got distracted. Go
Another
ahead.
Taylor Swift song?
No, that one's Megan Trainor. Get your pop stars correct.
Well, I like her. So... In the movie Mother, she's like... I think it's like... Anyway, this mother dies, and I think her kids died too, or something like that. But anyway, this house is haunted, yada yada. And in this one scene, like, you can see, like, her hair starts moving along the floor. It's like the top of her head. And then, she starts coming up, and she's just, like, halfway, not levitating, but, like, she's, like, coming up from the floor.
Okay.
I don't know how to describe it. But it's kind of like what you were talking about.
Yeah, like, how are they not going through the floor? Excuse me, ma'am.
You're getting a little sloppy. I think you need a B12. Uh-oh.
I'm out of witch's brow.
Hey,
Sorry. I'm out of witch's brow.
Sorry, I'm out of witch's brew, and I need a white Jeep. ASAP.
With a lot of ducks.
Boo.
Do you think Jeeps come with like a little starter kit of ducks to get you started?
Maybe. You gotta pay extra. Obby.
I've never heard anyone say Avi in front of me before. It was really weird. It made me feel really weird.
Obby.
Oh, man.
Especially in this voice. Boo.
Speaking of boo, you got any water in that little boo cup? It's not little, but I like saying a little boo.
You know I'm gonna do it. You're my little boo thing. Little boo thing. You're my little boo thing.
Since you got some water and I don't,
Would you like some water?
I would, and I'd like some drugs to go along with
Okay,
it.
I got you, boo.
Oh my god. That was the most enthusiastic you've been.
It's B12, y'all.
Taking a little B12, it's all natural.
I think it's funny the other day when somebody asked you if you had any B12, and I was like, oh, he's had plenty of B12.
This woman buys 4 packs at a time.
And then he takes them all.
I do not. You're like,
And then
have
you're
4
whine that
packs.
they don't work.
You're like, you can take some. You can take it. Here, just keep them. I've got 4 packs. You can take like half.
And I don't mind, honestly.
You just call me out on it in the podcast.
No, I give them to you
Take
free.
some alone.
What, you can't drink after me?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so used to putting powder to Lonnie and everything. Oh, man. What time is it?
I don't know. I don't have my phone. You forbade it.
It's too late. We have to work in the morning. Look at us. Taking B12.
I'm not taking a B12. I have to work in the morning.
How much?
150.
150 caffeine?
Yeah.
So B12 is a vitamin, kids.
It's
And-
also a stacker.
And
Just saying.
caffeine is a drug. Which
A
you're
very
not allowed to
addictive
have.
drug.
When are little humans allowed to take caffeine?
It's not regulated. It's not like they're
mean like a
allowed
10-year-old?
to take. No, like you see 2 and 3-year-olds sucking down Pepsi. It's not like it's regulated.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
It's not regulated. So like, it's really up to the parent when the child can begin to have caffeine. It's not like cigarettes or alcohol.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And you know what? That reminds me. People used to talk about how they were raised on like Coca-Cola as a kid.
With
Like they're-
peanuts.
What?
With peanuts.
No. I'm talking about like freaking babies.
I know.
Little bitty babies.
I know. In the bottle.
Huh?
They'd pour the Coca-Cola in their bottle.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I'm talking about peanuts. Yeah, I know
Oh
that
my
whole thing. They put the
gosh.
peanuts in the
Come on.
Coca-Cola. Yeah.
Catch up.
No, I'm talking about like little bitty babies. They put
Little bitty
Coca-Cola in the bottles.
Mhm.
Why? They get little bitty babies addicted to caffeine.
Because they're hillbillies. And that's what we do. Okay? We give our babies Coca-Cola whenever they want it.
That's why ghost exists.
Oh. Because it like all the acid did it like burn through their skin and make them
What
ghosts.
the hell are you talking about?
There is so much acid in Coca-Cola, y'all.
Yeah, I know it can clean your car battery.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Their little intestines couldn't handle it. And it just like melted all their skin off and they became ghosts.
And that's a Ghostbilly episode.
Ooh.
No, but I'm saying like, I mean, no wonder people come back as ghosts. They're all hyped up on caffeine.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Anarchy. No, seriously, I never understood the concept of giving your children. No offense to anybody that does this. Little bit of judgment, but no offense. Pop in their bottles. Soda, y'all, soda.
How'd you know I was gonna call you out on saying pop?
Oh, because I didn't grow up here, and it took me a long time to understand what the word pop meant, and therefore I am conscious of the fact that not everybody calls it pop.
I think it's funny that it's soda pop, and then some people were just like, pop's good enough. And
Yeah,
then other-
well, where I grew up, everything was Pepsi. Do you want a Pepsi? Yeah. Okay, what kind? We have Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper and Diet. It was all Pepsi.
and then some places it was all Coke.
Because that's the way we rode.
And then there's Pepsi Cola,
Pepsi Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Delirium.
What do you think it is about people coming back with unfinished business?
What does that even mean? Like, everyone has something that they wish they could have done. Like, do you know anybody who is just like, okay, I have done everything I ever wanted to do, everything I ever needed to do. I will die now. No, that doesn't happen. Like, come on.
I mean, sometimes some people are like, Lord Jesus, take me, I'm ready to go. I'm tired of being here.
Yeah, but they say that and then they still have unfinished business.
I don't know. Some people are pretty ready to go.
Pretty finished. Are they finished?
They got that euthanasia.
They done ready to go and be with the Lord.
I don't know about all that. I mean, if you willingly get euthanized, I don't think Jesus is going to be very happy
I
about
don't
that.
like that because ain't that the same as suicide? It is called medically
Yeah.
assisted suicide.
Yeah.
Okay, we have really got onto a topic now that's going to be controversial because you know that this half the country is going to say it ain't right, and the other half the country is going to say it is. And then we're going to get ourselves in a big heap of trouble.
This ain't abortion.
Oh my gosh. Why? Why are we so controversial? It's our first podcast.
How'd we. What was it?
I
my
also really don't talk like that, guys. Seriously. I just
Yes,
do
she
it.
does.
I really don't. I do it for the episode because it's funny.
Don't lie to these people. I already told them I want to be honest with them. I ain't selling them nothing.
And you don't talk like that either.
Talk like what?
You very rarely say the word ain't.
You know, you want to know what? There was a girl that I grew up with. It was about kindergarten.
How'd you fall in love?
No, quite the opposite. Her feet stank, and she said ain't all the damn time. We'd sit on that little alphabet rug, and we'd be during story time, and she'd take her little shoes off, and I was like, woo! Oh, Lord. And she'd say the word ain't, and I'd about faint. I swear I didn't have a girlfriend till the 4th grade because of that girl. I ain't a joking. I ain't a joking. I say it now, though.
Not a lot. You're
Speaking,
so proper.
you think so?
I do.
Well, you can thank my mama for that.
I'll
My-
tell.
My daddy says things like wash and war instead of wire.
And wash. Even with the female sound, I can still say wash, not wash.
Yeah, but you have to understand something. People add letters to words
They do.
that
It's
don't need to be there. And some people take letters out of words, such as caramel.
Don't go there with me. I grew up in the South. It's caramel.
Yeah, but you grew up in a place where people pronounce all the syllables. You know what I'm saying?
Yee,
They don't take no shortcuts.
yee.
So,
No, really, one thing I've noticed a lot about, and I've developed an Appalachian accent. I have.
But one thing I've noticed a lot about the people here versus even still today after I've adopted the Appalachian accent is that the people of Appalachia do not pronounce their T's.
They don't.
They do not.
Yeah, they do. They say ain't.
That's about the only T they got in there.
Give me an example
Okay.
of a silent T. T's are pretty.
So like the word silent.
Uh-huh.
In Appalachia, it's silent.
Yeah, but there's a little T there.
Silent.
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 Not silent.
Yeah, but it's still there. Silent.
Silent.
There's a little wall there. A little retaining wall. Just make sure the heel don't slide
It
in.
really just sounds like silent.
I see your point. You got anything else?
There's how many words do we need to look up with the letter T in them?
Well, you said they don't pronounce their T's. Is it just one word?
No.
Well, ain't you going to give another example?
Okay, direct.
Direct?
Direct. A lot of people down here say direct.
Direct?
Direct.
Direct?
Like, they'll put a little teeny little itty bitty stopper, but they don't actually pronounce the letter.
Well, why don't you pronounce the A after the R in caramel?
Because it's caramel, and that A is silent.
That A is very much there.
Well, in the South, we have pecans, not pecans, with our caramel, not our caramel.
Pecan pie.
We like our pecan pie with caramel.
I tried to hold it together. I'm stuck on it because it's so prevalent. I've not heard another human being. It's on Google. You Google the pronunciation
Oh my
of
God.
caramel. It's right there. But everybody else is like, it's caramel. And I'm like, no, like if it was caramel, it would be L-E.
You even just pronounce it with the A still there. Caramel. Caramel.
No, I'm saying it's caramel.
But you say we don't pronounce that A, but we do. Caramel.
You do not say caramel. You say caramel
Because we pronounce it quickly. Caramel.
quickly. And they pronounce their T's quickly. There's a little stopper on there, but it's just real quick. Like,
Don't.
it's kind of like Friday the 13th. That little.
Guessed.
What?
I'm reading budget.
Oh, we're going back to the cue card?
No, I'm reading words that have a T in them.
Oh, I thought you were trying to keep me on topic.
Cap cut. Cap cut. That's the best one. Cap cut. Not cap cut. Cap cut.
Cap cut.
Cap cut.
It got a little.
Stories.
It's like it's got a little heavy bottom to it.
Yeah,
Everything.
But it does
we
not
say,
have a
like,
T.
caramel. Caramel.
Cap cut.
Cap cut.
Cap cut. But people around here say cap cut.
It's like that.
And I get it. It's the laziness. The laziness of the pronunciations, because that's where the ancestry came from, like back in the French. I understand. I'm just saying.
I think it just takes a lot of energy to pick your jaw up.
That's why you need all that Mountain Dew.
Yeah, give you a little.
All that tobacco.
All that backer.
Don't have that backer. That backer and that Mountain Dew.
That Mountain Dew flavored backer.
Make sure you get you some lonely. Nice. 7 out of 10.
God, that's way too high. Way too high.
Did I set the expectations too low?
That was like a 3.
Gee, okay.
Anyway. Wish people would start pronouncing things.
Mm-hmm.
It's time. I don't understand the stubbornness and the laziness when it comes to pronouncing things. It's like paranormal. Paranormal.
Paranormal.
Paranormal.
They don't even say that para. They just say paranormal.
That's what I'm saying. That's what caramel.
Shut up.
That A is there.
And I say that A in caramel.
You do not?
Caramel. Yes, I do.
You
Slow
do-
it down. Caramel.
You never slow it down. You say caramel.
Caramel. Caramel.
You're always in a hurry. You're always on the go, but you're always late.
But I'm the only one that shows up too, so I should.
That's your redeeming quality.
That's the only redeeming quality.
You're late, but you're there. You're like on rapper time. It's a thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. If we scheduled a rapper to be a guest on this podcast and we said, show up at 3 p.m., it'd be like 6.
That's why you tell me to be here an hour early.
See, we've tried that in the
Hey.
family. Like my sister, for example, she'll still show up an hour late.
Because she was 2 hours late.
Yeah.
Makes sense. See? Girl math.
Yeah. So if we want her to show up on time, like on Thanksgiving, we're like, yeah.
We're gonna have it in your house.
We're going to start eating about 11. She'll show up at 1. We're like, perfect. Let's eat. I think that about covers it.
If you're not asleep by now, because we bored you half to death.
We should be asleep.
Yeah, we both have to work.
But, yeah. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be here every Friday. Even after we die.
Yeah, I told you I'm coming back to haunt you.
Well,
You're
I'll be
stuck with
here
me.
too.
Stuck with me. Stuck with me.
If you come back to haunt me, let me know. Like,
I'm letting you know now.
no, just
If I die, expect me. I will probably be late.
Okay, but let me finish. Let me say, if you do come back as a ghost, you gotta let me know the way in which you died and came back as a ghost so I can follow.
Okay.
And so, we'll really be some Ghostbillies then.
We're just going to be ghosting it up forever.
It's the paranormal comedy that never ends.
It just goes on and on.
If you love Halloween and you never want it to end, well, guess what? You're in the right place.
That's either.
I don't even know how to end it, so I'm just going to say,
Peace out.
Ghostbillies never say never.
Ghostbillies never say never.